everyone, I'm Heather and welcome back to my channel. So we are back today with I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. In the last one, we met an alien named Sim, and it was for Tumnalia again, where Lum, I think his name is, our new leader, has declared war on all of Vertumna and all of its natural inhabitants. So I see where this is going, and I'm not sure if through choices in the game it would even be stoppable. But let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so Dis here has some bubbles, and he was the only one, so we'll go ahead and talk to him. You and Dis are sitting on the tailgate of one of the expedition vehicles, shelling bobber seeds with your teeth and spitting the hard bits on the ground. Now and then one of you points out something funny a passing surveyor does, or spots something under the mush trees. This is the easiest way to talk to Dis, by not talking at all. Dis has always been like this. Being isolated from the other kids has made him thoughtful. Out of everyone, you think Dis might understand about Sim and be able to keep the secret. Do you tell him? Sure. You tell Dis that you saw something interesting when you were out on expedition. Dis perks up immediately, turning to look at you. Yeah? He asks. What? I met an alien, Dis. Flirts with Sim. His jaw drops and his face goes an interesting color. You're worried for a moment that he's going to be upset with you for teasing him, but... No way, Dis hisses, leaning in, but I met an alien too, Heather. What was yours like? Well, we're not going to flirt with Sim. We barely know Sim. How about like us, but an alien? You describe Sim, his long dark hair, his big eyes, his faintly purple skin, the way he never seems to answer any of your questions. Dis stares at your face. Wait, you met Sim too? You nod, and Dis's hands fly to his hair. He said he met another human girl, but he didn't say who it was. It was you this whole time. He made me swear I wouldn't tell anyone else, Dis says earnestly. It's a weird expression on him. If the Helios found out about the gardeners, they'd probably just try to kill them like they're killing everything else. So, we can talk about Sim, but we have to keep it a secret. Okay. Dis nods, looking serious. Good, he says simply, then repeats it. Good. You go back to shelling bobber seeds in silence, watching the colony go about its business. Okay. So I'm hoping to get more out of exploring then. I only have half stuff though. But I guess it's better than nothing. I could rest, but it wouldn't be the full amount anyway, so let's go ahead out. And we'll go... I want to look at the bestiary, see if these are just all the things. Are these just the ones we've seen? I guess so. And let's view the map. So this is the map. I don't think I've looked at this. So we have not made it to the swamp yet. We would have to finish the ridges, because we have not been to the swamp. Okay, so let's survey the ridge, and I don't know that we'll make it to that. Just because of, like, how few years we have left. I'm not going to do that one because I think it just kind of wraps around anyway, and there were two of them. Yeah, it just wraps around. I'm trying to not do the unnecessary ones so we can make it further. Okay, let's get in here. Okay, I think we've done this side. Yeah, we've done this side. There's Sim. Okay, we can get the crystal. That's nice. So this must be where we were. What was down this way? Oh, we decided not to go this way. But we'll see what else we can do. Okay, so this is a dead end, so we probably do need to go down that way then. Oh no, this isn't a dead end. Another strange device. Oh, there's a... Huh. There's a thing. Maybe we should try for that, though. Huh. That's gonna be a while. Okay. I guess let's try this. The path ahead is blocked by a field of snaking vines and brambles. They're flowering, enormous happy blossoms swaying in the shimmering heat's waves. You could push through them, but your holopalm beeps a warning. Radiation warning. These flowers seem to be highly radioactive, far too radioactive for the mild shielding your suit provides. You might be able to pass through if you don't mind feeling the effects of radiation sickness until you can detox at a medbed. Well, if it doesn't kill you outright. Radiation is unpredictable. Okay, let's turn around. We won't do it. Let's go a different way. That means that's probably the way we need to go, but... I mean, I guess I could do it now. Because I only have half the stuff anyway. And this is going to be a long way around, and I imagine this is where I need, if that is something we can look at. I guess let's go this way. You're treated to a spectacular sight, an enormous long caterpillar or dragon kind of creature, way off in the distance. Its thousands of legs and kilometer of shining body snaking in and out of the haze at the bottom of this chasm. You just watch it. It's terrifying, like a train. Take some readings. It's so far away, but you record its movement coordinates and take a video for Utopia. Okay. That's a lot of stress for that. Okay, so this was not the way to go. Great. Probably needed to go around. Okay. Well, I guess seeing we have so little health left, let's just do this radiation one. Let's go through it. An hour later, you realize your mistake as radiation illness sets in. Yuck, you'll be sick for days after this and will need radiation treatment when you return. You're too injured to continue. You have to go home now. Okay. Well, we unlocked some of that. Now it's mid-dust. Yeah, we're going to have to rest, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's check and make sure nobody has bubbles at the particular moment. No. Okay, no one has bubbles, so we'll just relax in here. Maybe we can get rid of a 0-point card. Relax. You hang out with Rex in the lounge playing board games. He's in the middle of teaching you some sort of complicated card game when Nami Nami arrives, and Rex nearly knocks over the whole table trying to pounce on them. The game can't be played with 3 players. Rex gives you an apologetic look and says you'll have to learn how to play later. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of this 1-point card. Okay, so it's late dust. Oh, early wet, which means all that stuff has probably reset, which sucks. We'll see, though. Hopefully it hasn't. I don't like that it does that. Does anyone have anything interesting to say? No. So, let's go ahead and get out of the walls and go survey. I will say the surveying is my favorite part of the game. Okay, so we went that way. I'm going to go check back around where we did the radiation and see where that takes us, if it takes us anywhere new. Because I would like to, I guess, get into the heart of where we're supposed to be going here. I think we went this way. Oh, Sim has something to say. For once, you see Sim before he sees you. He's crouched just off the path, staring at a flower, his face blank. He doesn't react as you approach, so you watch him for a while. He's so perfectly motionless, you'd think he was a plant too. His eyes are unfocused. Is he assessing some kind of mental interface? Eventually, you clear your throat. Sim carefully stands up and turns to face you. For a moment, you're not sure if he recognizes you. Then he tosses his head and a grin leaps to his face. Heather, you caught me checking in with my boss. You have a boss? My boss? As I told you, they aren't fond of change, he replies. They're also very much like your boss. What's she named? Utopia? He tilts his head to the side. Her name word is fitting, isn't it? He lays one finger against his chin. I appreciate that she always reminds you not to get yourself killed. I wish you'd listen to her. She gave me a job to do. And I have my job, Sim replies, which is to protect this place. He laughs. Protecting you seems to be my hobby. If the boss finds out I'm talking to you, I'd be in trouble, so shh, he murmurs and puts his finger to his lips. Then why keep talking to me? Sim smiles warmly. Because you're the girl of my dreams, literally, he replies. I can't seem to stay away from you. And because you humans are different, he continues. I'm so bored of everyone else on this planet. The other gardeners, my boss, they have everything on Vertumna just the way they like it, and don't want the teeniest thing to change. He sighs. It's boring. See that tree? Sim points to the large tree with many long limbs dripping from it and embedded in the ground. That tree was a small creature for part of its life cycle. You call it the Vriki. Once it plants its roots, that's where it stays for the rest of its life. The gardeners spend time as trees too, sometimes hundreds of years. If you do that enough, you start to think like a tree, set in your ways. He spreads his hands, an earnest expression on his face. When I watch you, when I talk to you and learn about your species, I feel inspired. I feel young again. Wait, how old are you? I like to think I'm young at heart, Sim replies with a mischievous smile. You have so many more questions for this man, or gardener, or whatever he is, but as soon as you open your mouth to ask another, Sim cocks his head as if listening and holds up a hand. I'm sorry, he says, looking for all the world like he's listening to the dang flower, but I must away. And with that he's gone, off to protect the wild or rescue damsels or whatever. Or maybe he's just avoiding your questions. Okay. So there is going to be a war between the humans and the gardeners. Clearly, we are not going there. I don't need to get everything, I just want to get through. Okay, so we did the radioactive stuff. Okay, so we have to do this one too. Utopia has sent you and Dis to study one of the large crystal outcroppings. Up close, you can't help but get the sense that they're alive somehow. They're angular and hard to the touch, but they have a sort of sponginess and warmth to them that's a little disconcerting. They emit a humming noise. Dis pokes one with his finger. Weird. It almost looks like they're breathing. I wonder if the crystals are the gardeners. Okay, so they locked in the plus 10 stress, which sucks, but also I prefer to do low cards first. Let's do 3. I guess that one. I mean, I guess I get 8 in all of them, so I suppose that's fine. Okay, we'll do that. 6. And I guess 7. Okay, I guess I already got that. I guess let's see what else we can do. There, we got super gold. That's fine. I hate that plus 30 stress that they locked us in with. You notice that they hum the loudest at midday under full sun. The few crystals that have grown under shade outcroppings are less vibrant than the others. They kind of look like convergent domain tech, don't they? Dis says, like the organic obsidian or the crystal embedded in the ruins. Let's try blocking the crystal sun. On a hunch, you cover one up with some ferns. After an hour, it stops vibrating. Something deep inside has gone dormant. The crystal turns clear, like the ones that were shadowed naturally. When you remove the fronds, its colors return. Oh, so it's like photosynthesis, Dis exclaims. But it's not a plant, right? Do I have to do those? You take some more readings and measure the distance between crystal clusters and the number in each cluster. Hopefully, all these numbers will be useful to Utopia. I did not want to break it. Extra enhancement. Enhance your DNA in engineering. Okay. Okay, so it looks like I have to go this way if I want to continue this way. You're getting thirsty. You feel for your backpack canteen, but it's missing. Somehow you lost it since you left this morning, and you're all out of drinking water. The suns are high and hot in the sky, making the ground waver with heat haze mirages. Your mouth feels dry, so dry, and your head is starting to ache. You're pretty far from the outpost. You could make it back, but that'd be it for this expedition. You'd have to go home. Let's search for water. Okay, so, let's see. Let's do 3. I wonder if that will, if I moved this down. I was trying to get that to be 6. Get out of that. But I don't think so. I don't want to do that card. And then, let me grab this. Let me grab this and put this in. I don't know why there's a -2 on that, though. Oh, because it becomes 3, which means it's... You know what? We'll go ahead and do that. That'll make some use of that 1. Okay. So we'll save that, I guess, for that. Let's go do 4, 6, 6. And then I guess that can do that. That'll make it here. Alright, so I need 20. 5, 6, 6. 3 and 7. Okay. There's no natural water around, but in your search you turn up your lost canteen. Wow, that was lucky. Okay, new perk. Slip past all path-blocking explorer events. Good. That will be so nice. Oh, but this is a exclamation event. Expeditions have been collecting energy readings from this area, tracing the invisible ley lines of power like the ones from the thumper that brought you here in the first place. They've pointed you to this cave, a nexus of power at the convergence of many lines. You can feel the energy is different here, like a barely perceivable hum that prickles up the back of your neck, like something is watching you. It's likely this was some sort of important place for the convergent domain, Utopia says, leaning on her glider. I've sent teams through, but it gets mighty tight in there. I'm hoping you and Dis might have better luck wiggling in there, she continues. Might be the caves inside open up again, and if they do, take plenty of readings and report back to me. Dis is vibrating beside you on nearly the same frequency as the weird power fluctuations. This is the real deal, he whispers, mostly to himself. It's hard to shake the feeling of being watched. In fact, you're sure. Oh yes, of course, there he is. You can see Sim's mysterious form up there, watching you from a nearby ridge. He holds up his hand in greeting when he sees you looking. Utopia nods and leaves it to you. What's the plan? Let's talk to Sim first. You ensure that Utopia's good and gone before you and Dis kick up your gliders and go talk to Sim. He looks delighted when you land beside him. You're getting warmer, he sings songs. Hot, very hot. He rests his weight on his hands and kicks his feet over the ledge. I'm not supposed to tell you anything, he confides, but it's just so interesting to watch you figure things out. Humans, so curious and so smart. Dis stammers and turns red. Looks like you're not getting anything out of Sim, though. You grumble and glide back to the cave entrance. Let's prep your cave equipment. This time, you get headlamps and a little recording drone with a floodlight attachment. A tiny buzzing flying thing that circles around your heads and sometimes illuminates what you want to look at. It's intelligent, which just means it won't just do what you want. Dis bats at it in annoyance. Utopia's also left you an anti-grav belt with a warning to practice extreme caution when spelunking down there. They make you lighter so you can climb more easily and won't hurt yourself as much if you fall. Okay, let's enter the cave. The narrow entrance leads to a bigger room that animals have clearly used as a den. It's enormous, with glowing mushrooms on the walls and piles of bones in some crevices. In some places, the walls are made of iridescent convergent domain obsidian, like this was once a great hall millennia ago. You can feel a cool breeze coming from somewhere, but it'll be tricky to find it in the dark. Okay. Ooh, it's a hard challenge. 93. We won't get this. Okay, let's do 6, 6, and 7. Unfortunate. Okay. Four. That should make it 4. So we need to do that one. And 5. It's not great. 35. Can we do it? Probably not, but let's see. Okay, we'll add you, so that'll at least do that. Oh, just barely. Okay, just barely. You find the source of the breeze by tossing some fine sand in the air and watching which way the dust blows. It's a very tight crack. Good thing you and Dis are so small. You squeeze through and have to shimmy along on your bellies for about 10 meters, pushing your gear ahead of you. It's uncomfortable, but Dis's excitement draws you on. Past the crack, there are fewer signs of animals. The walls are smooth, grown obsidian, which is a kind of melted rainbow oil slick look. There are deeply carved glyphs on the walls at various intersections. Like room designations or street names, you wonder. And other kinds of basins, alcoves, grown into the rock, full of odd protrusions, all ancient and worn and inexplicable now. It feels homey. You come to realize the convergent domain must have lived underground. That's why there are so few ruins on the surface. As you follow the cave complex down, It's clear this used to be a well-traveled path. The corridors branching off to other places are now blocked off, as if a big earthquake had rattled this whole area. Only this one main path is still clear. It's too convenient to be a coincidence. The floor of the cave slopes downward like a slide, and it's quite slippery. Okay, we do have that perception, so let's pay attention. Ooh. You follow the cave system down, 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 all the way to what must be the bottom of the cliffs. You have to climb down a 3-story wall in the last section, and are grateful to your anti-grav belt for making it easier. You're still tired, though. You can see dim light below. Daylight? You emerge into a hidden valley, totally surrounded by tall cliffs. Did you just come down all that way? You're surrounded by ruins of convergent domain buildings, in much better condition than the windswept ones on the surface. It's perfectly still here, and is quite a space itself. What was this? Dis whispered reverently. Some sort of converger facility? And it feels so familiar. You remember this place from your dreams, and feel a throbbing sense of importance that is a bit unnerving. Something momentous happened to you here, or will happen to you, someday. You poke around a little, then call Utopia and give her your coordinates. She swings down on her glider with extra ones for you and Dis tethered behind it. You're happy you won't have to climb all the way back up. She whistles. Great find, kids. This place didn't show up on any of our aerial scans. Took me a while to find a route in. Need stress less than 100. Well, we have that. You look bushed, she says. I'll stick around to get some readings, but you head on back to the depot and get some rest. Don't worry, we aren't going to push on without you. Let's keep exploring. We do have a little bit less. Okay, so that is something. I should go home soon, shouldn't I? But we are not, because we're going to see if that perk lets me get past some of these side quests. So we can at least look around. I would like to look around a bit. Okay, see, it lets me run right past, which is what I want. So I should be able to go this way and down to kind of see where I need to go. If I can, well, no, that didn't do anything. So I need to go back to an earlier place. Okay. I just want to find how to get to that, like, back area. Back that way. And then we'll... because we went this way, so I think maybe... coming around... was this a dead end? Or no? No, I think we just didn't continue this way, because I was trying to go the other way. But this was so convenient. Oh, I like this a lot. No, this looped around, so I don't know how to get to the other... oh, maybe I have to... oh, maybe. Okay. Let me check this out before the end of the episode. I think I might know what we have to do. Here's the outpost. Oh no, wait, we made it over here. So I don't know where else to go now. Because this seemed to be the location that we needed. Alright. I guess we need to go home? I'm going to take a minute, go back around, see if... was there something down there? No, it just kind of loops. I want to go back to where we were with that flag and see if I select that flag, whether it does something for me. There's my Variki. We're running too fast for the Variki to keep up. We're finally getting somewhere. I've kind of been bored with this game for a little while because it wasn't doing anything. So I'm glad that we have finally got somewhere. I've had something happen. Alright, let's see if selecting... Our face looks weird in that one. Okay, so let's go home. We've reached the end of this area. Okay, let's just go home. Alright. We did get plus at engineering, and apparently I can modify myself now as a perk. It is mid-wit. Alright, well, I guess that's where we're going to go ahead and end this episode. In the next one, we will see if we can continue on in this vein. I'm interested for the next glow to see what happens there. And we are getting towards the end of this business. We are 17. I think we have like 2 to 3 more years left. So yeah, I guess that's going to be everything for this time. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!